Welcome to Jets Talk. My name is Ryan. I'll be your pilot. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. Boys and girls, training camp is underway. The Jets have taken the field. We're starting to see some passes. Kai Becton working out. Things going, all sorts of exciting for the secondary and whatnot. And we're getting our first few clips of Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball to Garrett Wilson, all that good stuff. But I want to get into two clips that I saw from the interviews post-practice. That's one from Robert Saleh and one from Aaron Rodgers. So let's discuss that. First one, Aaron Rodgers asked about taking chances during camp.
Yes and no. I think there's a time for practices where you really should take some chances and see what you can do. I think you really want to match how you're going to play in the game to how you practice. However, there's opportunities in camp, I think, to take some extra chances, just to see where you're at, physically, what guys are capable of, and then expectations on certain route concepts to make sure guys are alert all the time they can get the football. So probably taking some more chances in camp, but you also want to be efficient. There's a lot of people here, so you want to not look like shit, but at the same time you're going to take some chances. And look, I know in Green Bay there was always, every stat was kept, and they love keeping one-on-one reps. The offensive line and the line always hated it because it's one of the most unrealistic things. You don't have a quarterback back there, you don't have a timing, but the measurables that we do at practice, it's important to be efficient, but I'm going to take some chances for sure.
So Aaron Rodgers talking a little bit about taking chances during training camp. We saw Zach Wilson taking the opposite approach. He was taking chances during games, and that was a no-go. Not the great best situation with the interceptions and the fumbles. But Aaron Rodgers taking chances during training camp, I have no problem with this. Now, you're going to see these interceptions pop up throughout training camp, and those people, including myself, that are looking at all the little statistics at every single throw and analyze and overanalyze everything, you're going to say, oh man, Aaron Rodgers had an interception today. And then you're going to realize, oh, it was a jump ball in an interesting situation, or maybe he's testing. It may not even be just the offensive players. Like, obviously you want to know how much confidence you can have in, say, like a Garrett Wilson or a Corey Davis, players that you haven't played with in the past. And you want to see what are they going to do given a certain situation. So that is really important to find out during training camp. But the other side of that is, the defensive side of the ball. What are our players capable of doing? If you can really force a ball into a tight window, how does Sauce react to that? How does Reed react to that? And obviously it's not great for the stat line at the end of the day in terms of, training camp and all the, the online content junkies. But it's really important from a grading perspective, and that's kind of where the years of wisdom in Aaron Rodgers really starts to kind of filter into all this. So I really like this. I think it's cool because we're going to see some really over-the-top throws, I think, hopefully on Saturday during training camp. If you're going to be there, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be there, so I'm excited. If you see me, give me a wave, say hi, come up to me. But looking forward to some of the highlights that we could get from training camp. The next story I want to talk about was some comments from Robert Saleh. He was asked about Dalvin Cook, and here's what he said.
What's the interest level in Dalvin Cook?
With Dalvin, obviously you never want to say no to a great player. I'll leave Joe to that one. But, I know there's a lot of contractual stuff that goes with it, but he is a good one.
A lot of fans excited about Dalvin Cook. I know myself personally would love to see a Dalvin Cook type player in the backfield, but at the same time, it doesn't really feel like Saleh necessarily wants to have Dalvin Cook here. I think, obviously, look, great player, great skill set. You have Breece Hall coming back from the ACL injury. It looked like he was running around pretty good. I think someone said they clocked him at 23 miles an hour today, which is absolutely bonkers, but really cool to see. And especially the guys coming back, this year. You bring in Izzy through the draft. You have Bam Knight, and you have Michael Carter, who a lot of us really thought could have been a running back 1-2 the year we took Breece Hall. So having Michael Carter come in and at least play behind a healthy offensive line with a good quarterback, I think he's poised to have a really big year. So for me, when I'm looking at Dalvin Cook and I'm looking at Michael Carter, clearly two different levels of player, but one has a lot more tread left on the tires, and he's been here, and he's a vocal leader in the locker room. So I would like to put my chips in Michael Carter's corner as opposed to maybe spending a little bit more money on Dalvin Cook. Now, how much money do you want to roll into the season with? That's probably part of the conversation as well. And Dalvin Cook probably going to strike a little more fear into the hearts of defenses than maybe Michael Carter will right now. But again, it's how much money do you want to spend? Dalvin Cook for $4 or $5 million might be something pretty good that you want to bring in and give you that insurance policy for Breece Hall, especially if you're a little more concerned about the back end depth of our running back room. Now, if he's looking for $8 million, which is what we've kind of heard could be the rumors here, that's a lot of money for a running back that, historically running backs after 6 years start to trend downhill. Do you want to pay that kind of premium for a guy you're hoping is going to be running back too? That seems a little rich for me. As far as the running back situation goes, how I want to see everything shake out, I would like to see Breece come in and just blow the doors off and be fully healthy. That's all I want. I don't want anything else. I don't care about I don't want to have to feel like I need to care about Dalvin Cook. I think what's going to happen with Dalvin is he's going to wait until there's an injury in one of the teams. It doesn't have to be the Jets. It could be any other team in training camp to like a starter, and the team's going to feel like, oh man, we have a shot to do something special, but we need that starting running back. And I don't think the Jets are necessarily that. And I've been saying for a while now, I really think Dalvin Cook's going to go to Miami. He's from Florida. I think he's trying to use the Jets and potentially the Patriots and potentially the Bills to get more money out of the Dolphins. And I get the feeling that like the Dolphins know this, the Jets know this, and nothing's actually really going to overly happen. Like, are the Dolphins really going to overpay for Dalvin Cook? Maybe. I would like to believe if they're going to get him, they're going to overpay because I just want the worst stuff to possibly happen to them that I could really have happen. But I don't get the feeling that the Jets are as in on Dalvin Cook as we've kind of heard rumors like, could be potential suitors, or, there's rumblings, there's legitimate interest in Dalvin Cook. I'll believe it when he actually signs on the dotted line, or if we start seeing like a few more, highly credible sources start pointing it out. So what do you think? Dalvin Cook, Aaron Rodgers, taking chances. Which one you want to take chances on more? Throwing, jump balls in practice if you're Aaron Rodgers, or rolling the dice on someone like Dalvin Cook? Guys, let me know down below in the comment section what you thought of today's training camp practice. What did you think of these two stories in particular? Are you planning to come to the Week 9 Jets-Chargers game? Myself, O'Leary, Green Bean, doing a group buy for tickets. So if you want to get entered into that, or not entered into that, if you would like to join us in this Monday Night Football game, link in the description down below, talkingjets.com. Looking forward to it. Boys and girls, let me know your thoughts on everything down below. And as always, go Jets.